I'm 37. What? I'm 37, I'm not old.
Hello, viewing several. Here we are again. And going to be checking out, for myself, first time ever on a Lady Gaga album. Yeah, my knowledge of Gaga is limited. I think I've heard pretty much all of the, popular tracks, Born This Way, Bad Romance, big fan of that one, Poker Face, probably snippets here and there of other tracks I couldn't even name. So I've got passing general knowledge of her, but broadly, actually as an artist, I know practically nothing. I've definitely never listened to an album. Wouldn't say that I could pick most songs out of a lineup apart from some of the most famous ones. This is going to be interesting because I have a general idea what to expect, but broadly speaking, I've no idea over her career how much her sound has developed or changed. So admittedly, I've got nothing to compare it to here, but I'll still be curious to see, this latest release from her. What kind of sound does she have, and hopefully that might open it up to me checking out her previous work. To see the albums that made her famous. The albums that came before this that cemented her as an artist and as somebody that has such a following. Now this is an edited version for the YouTubes. Now there is a full length, uncut, complete with everything you may or may not want to see up on my Patreon, which has recently gone live, which I'll be loading up to. Should be weekly, full length album reactions, and on the Patreon itself you can obviously decide what I react to next, and you get earlier access than the YouTube, and the YouTube will always be an edited form for the sake of copyright. As I'm going to be spending the better part of 2 hours recording and listening and reacting, I have supplies. Got my hydration, my caffeination, and my nasty habit, which, apologies in advance if it's annoying to see that being done on screen, but this is my office, let's call it, so you have to put up with it, I'm afraid. So yeah, without much further ado, let's get to it. Lady Gaga, Mayhem. Ooh. Hello.
Running out of medicine. You're worse than you've ever been.
Ooh. Okay. That's some tasty production. I love that. That's dirty, and that gives it sort of a I don't know how else to put it, but like a future noir disco feel to it. And I already knew. I should also mention that obviously I'm familiar with the film A Star Is Born. So as far as her vocal ability is concerned, I always knew what to expect there. But she has got a very, very distinct sound, which is coming through here, and yeah, I like this. This is nasty, in the nicest way possible. Oh dear. Oh dear. Chair dancing has been engaged. Ooh, loving those little intonations there. That's fun. That's fun. I like that a lot. I'm enjoying this very much. I'm fascinated to see if this theme or this sort of tone is going to be the album as a whole. I hope so, because I really like it. That's loving it. Oh, and the drums too, and. Playlist already. Seriously. This is dynamite. Oh, it's embarrassing what I'm doing right now, but I don't care.
Lay you down like 1, 2, 3. Eyes roll back in ecstasy. I know all your secrets. I can cure you.
Go ahead, girl. Blimey, Charlie. We're off to the fucking races here. Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm very much on board. Again. Oh yes, I'm loving these production choices. Oh yeah. That's amazing, because you started off with, like I say, a much sort of dirtier sort of production set. I'm calling it dirty, I don't know why, but you know, a particular kind of sound. Like I keep thinking of it in terms of like neo-noir, like just gritty, like I could picture like an underground club in like a cyberpunk setting or something. And then when the verse kicks in, you get the switch up that feels very in a similar vein, but it's much more light and 80s like, frankly. It feels like, you know, a mid to late 80s kind of disco-y kind of vibe. And lyrically, just lovely pictures being drawn with the lyrics, you know. Pay the toll to the angels drawing circles in the clouds, keep your mind on the distance when the devil turns around. You know, save me from this empty fight in the game of life. Like, this is you know, really effective lyricism that is in keeping with the beat and the tone. This one I think was a single, and understandably, it feels like it has the rhythm and it has the tone that would get play for sure. Yes, okay. Still very much on board for this. What the fuck? Ooh, these switch ups? And we're back to this lighter, airier feel. The varying in tone is just... Oh, I'm going to be doing way too much chair dancing to this album, I can feel it. Ooh, I love this. This for want of a better phrase, or word, this nonsense, but not nonsense, but you know, when you just sort of make up sounds like it's like ga ga la ara, you know, or whatever, you know, what you got from Bad Romance. I love that kind of just making sounds and vocalizations that just fit with the beat, and I mean, it's so fun, and it just works, you know. It's just, I can't imagine everybody can get away with it, you know, just making up random sounds and intonations in the middle of a chorus, but she 100% can. Oh, I love this. This I do. It seems like the floor's on fire the way that I'm dancing. Or my chair. Fucking hell. Ooh. Behave, girl, behave. What the fuck? Like this is great. I am I'm in love. I have to listen to more of her earlier work. I can't believe I have slept on just her as an artist this long in terms of really getting into and listening. This is fantastic. This is so fun and creative and sort of full of, I don't know, there's this energy, there's this buzz throughout it. I mean, it's just perfect pop with a really fun, dark edge to it in terms of the production, with those sort of those dirty little those effects and those beats that she's using, and her vocals are just so distinctive and lovely, whether she's playing it light and airy or whether she's being grittier or has that bassier tone. It's just great. This is just so much fun. I'm so on board. Right, one more sip and then let's get the hell on with the next track. Such early doors. I'm just waiting now for the track that's gonna not disappoint, but buck the trend in that there's bound to be some filler or something that isn't like amazing, but I don't know. I mean, based on these opening two, my hopes are high.
Go get your friends and meet me on the floor. You out of candy, I can get you more. DJ,
What the fuck? What is going on there? Like, come on, DJ, hit the light. That's just like, what? What are you doing? It's great. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but that's so bizarre. Similar feel, obviously, with that what I keep referring to as like a dirty beat. This is a really, as evidenced by the way that I'm behaving and acting, without even thinking about it. I swear, it's just happening. This is a dance album. This is a dark pop album that's, you can't help but move to it.
could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for the night. My excuse to make a bad decision. Body's getting closer to the lights.
Yeah, come on.
Take it to the garden, the beat and poison apple, take a bite. Take you to the garden of Eden. I'll take you to the garden of Eden.
Go on then.
Take you to the garden of Eden.
Yeah, okay. Great lyrics, great metaphor, great. Yeah, this is just a really fun, sexy tune. This is fantastic.
You turned it green from the adrenaline. This chick's a machine.
From the what? Okay, I'm gonna let it go. It probably is to help fit in with the rhyme that's coming, but now and then changing the pronunciation is fine. It's free country, do what you want, but adrenaline? Okay.
Her friend is way more fun, but you can't hear her with the music on.
Oh, I love this bit as well.
I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for the night.
I am so hooked.
A bad decision. Body's
I cannot get over that. And the layering of the vocals, everything about it is just, it just moves you.
the garden of Eden.
God, this production. Yes. Oh, just chaotic joy at the end. God, it's embarrassing how completely invested and in love with this that I am this early. The use of the beats, the choices in production are just fantastic. Like I say, that gritty sort of edge that it seems to have, which maybe is just symptomatic of all of her work for all I know. her vocals, everything that's happening right now is just phenomenal. It's flicking a switch in my brain and making me move in a way that I really shouldn't on camera, you know, unless this was an extremely poor quality OnlyFans. Even when there are dark undertones lyrically or thematically, it's just fun. It feels fun. It makes you want to move. It does what this kind of music should do. I think dance, pop, whatever this genre, it should make your body just involuntarily go without you having any real say in the matter. All of this just the tone is just so gritty and sexy, and I don't know. I like it. That's all I can say.
Like a human doll. You push and pull me, I don't hurt at all. I talk in circles 'cause my brain.
Oh, no voice. I haven't commented on it enough.
You say I love you, I disintegrate. I become a notorious being. I'm the perfect celebrity. Rip off my face on this photograph. I'm the perfect celebrity.
Okay, once again, lyrically, just hitting the mark, fantastic. You know, I'm made of plastic like a human doll. You push and pull me, I don't hurt at all. And then with just again vocally, she's doing some great work there in the verse, and then you get that gritty sort of growl effect, and then coming into boom, 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 and so rip up the face of the photograph. You make me money, I'll make you laugh. Like it's not subtle, the message, but she's delivering it with venom and with precision. And God, the way the beat kicked in and the way it shifted into the chorus, once again, I'm just swept up in it. I couldn't be more on board at this point.
I look so hungry, but I look so good. Tap on my veins, soak on my diamond blood. Sit in the front row, watch the princess die.
Oh God, these lyrics are great. The way that beat kicks in as well. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, because I can't get over the beats. Like I say, the way that the drum, the way that kicks in, and the production choices, it's just, I'm being swept up in a wave every time, particularly when the choruses kick in. I'm just being picked up and shook around, as evidenced by how I move in this chair. It's great. I'm sorry that this reaction to this album will basically consist of me going, I'm having such a good time, and watching me flail around, you know, like one of those, whatever they're called, that are outside of dealerships in like America. But this is my honest reaction. This is what's happening.
You love to hate me. I'm the perfect celebrity. Rip off my face on this photograph. You make me money, I'll make you laugh. I'll be your perfect celebrity.
Oh, God. And ooh, again. Ooh. Loving these outros as well, where it switches up a bit. Ooh. Girl, you nasty. You nasty. Oh my God. There's just so many moments within the one song that are just, they just make my brain tingle. Like the na 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 na, when, you know, when she's doing the whatever you want to call it, bridge mid late, where is it catch me as I rebound, then it da dun da dun and let all the stuff, save me, I'm underground, da dun da dun, I can't be found. Yeah, lyrically, very, very on the nose, very straightforward about, you know, what it's saying and how she's saying it. But yeah, Christ, the hits just keep on coming on this.
Cold in the summertime.
Oh,
High on a hill, you
just when I think I know what to expect, I expected there would be similar, tone-wise, production-wise. I think we've got the flavour of what we're getting on this album. But even here, this starting off with that much sort of, before you let the beat kick in, and once again, I'm in my chair moving like I don't know what I'm doing. But this one feels like it's going to be more, the message will be more melancholic, and the fact that it starts off so slow and soft before the beat kicks in, and vocally as well, there's all those fun and really effective moments like there towards the end with the line, two lovers regret their time, and then there was some layering on top with like harmonizing with herself or adding all the vocal stuff that she's doing throughout so far. Doesn't matter whether she's at a higher pitch, whether she's growling, whether she's yelling, whether she's layering herself. It's beautiful. It's really, really effective.
In your life, you'll be mine.
Yeah, that just adding it on like that.
Do you see me? Do you see me now? I've been waiting for you, crying down. Can I vanish into you?
Oh, the ding diddle dee again. Production-wise, everything is still on point. Love that we still get a beat, so I can still do my awkward movements in the chair. But this one is so much more like melancholic, almost, and not even almost. Literally saying, do you see me? Do you see me now? I've been waiting for you, crying out. And then, what was the opening and is now the chorus? Saw your face and mine in a picture by your bedside. I love the line of it. It was cold in the summertime. We were happy just to be alive. Yeah, it's just a very, again, straightforward message, really, of like, longing and wanting someone, wanting to be with someone, wanting to vanish into them, which is lovely in its way, but also kind of sad, wanting to lose yourself in somebody else to that extent, particularly in this case where it feels like it's not necessarily reciprocated, or this person isn't someone that she can actually have for whatever reason. Yeah, great.
Into the night we fly. We were happy just to be alive.
All of those moments, it's lovely.
I vanish into you.
The synths, the beat, delightful as always. Ooh. Don't wrong foot me. I was mid-sentence and whatever this is. Yep.
In a picture.
Oh, that's nice with the piano.
My bedside, it was cold in the
Oh, go on.
we were happy.
Hit me.
Into you.
Ooh, that's a nice ending to that one. Yes. Ooh, yes, yeah. Again, different from the previous tracks in that it definitely feels a lot more melancholic or sad, to use a simpler term. Just a sad song about longing and needing and wanting to disappear into this other person. And yeah, again, vocally, it's just lovely. Those moments when it's like and difficult to sing along to, as I just demonstrated, but regardless, it's a little treat for the ears, those little choices that she makes to create those little runs, and whenever the vocals get layered too, it's delightful.
Killah.
Ooh, that guitar's nice.
On the corner, smoking that gas, and the boys all pass me by. Talking some shit, we can handle my ass. I'm a murderer in disguise. Gonna make the curtains scream, believe that. Gonna make the ceiling shake for me.
Now, this feature is not someone that I'm familiar with, I'll be honest with you. I'm not, I've never heard of, sorry, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Gesaffelstein, forgive me. Loving the, that sort of like 70s funk feel, and like, even with the production, I was expecting, when it came to the chorus, I was expecting it to have a bit more of a bigger sound to it, like it had with the other ones, but instead it just took it down instead, and had a softer groove to it. And of course the message, very straightforward, sexy whilst threatening. You know, saying, yeah, I'm going to make the ceiling shake for me, I'm going to be the full-time bedroom demon, you know, and saying, I'm a killer, and boy, you're going to die tonight. Okay. I mean, different strokes for different folks, you know, whatever you're into.
Looking at you like a zombie killer, hungry for a homicide. If I get you alone until you
Hungry for a homicide? Jesus. I do love the lyrics.
Gonna make the curtains scream, believe that.
Gonna make the curtains. Jesus.
Gonna make you scream, that's a matter of fact, don't be a fantasy. I'm a killer, and when you gonna die tonight?
It's just like, way to be enticing and threatening in equal measure, you know? Ooh. Yeah, loving that, loving that. Oh, hello. That's a nice little switch up. What is? I don't know if that's the bass or the synth doing that, but I love it. Oh. Yep. Diddle-a-doo-doo. Yep. Diddle-a-doo-doo. Huh?
Killah.
That was cheeky, and I appreciate it. Ooh. Yeah, wow, okay. That was really interesting because we still got really great production choices, really great switch ups, a lot of the same ingredients that we had in the other tracks, but this time we definitely had a difference in tone, particularly when it came to that, the transition into the chorus. I was expecting it to be like with the previous choruses where you got the sound built and sort of hit you in the face, whereas that it just settled into this lovely groove, and the guitar and the bass and the synthy effects that you had towards the end in that outro as well, just threatening yet sexy, and just great. Maybe I should look into more of a featured artist whose, apologies, I'm not going to try and pronounce the name again because I know I'm going to get it wrong. But yeah, that was fun. That was different, from the previous ones. Not necessarily one that I felt quite as like moved or impacted by, but still really enjoyable.
We're about to be up all night, waking up a zombie. So put your
Okay.
paws all over me. You zombie boy, you zombie boy.
Oh my god. Hello 1970s.
See you over there in the back of this party.
Oh, that bass is disgusting.
Yeah, your girlfriend isn't here.
I mean, Jesus Christ. At the beginning there, I was... my brain went straight to Gwen Stefani, Honestly, I went to Hollaback Girl for a second. And then with that pure 70s to me, the ding, 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 and that bass and the beat of it. This feels like it could be, even given the name, this just feels almost like I don't know if it's a homage, or this could be on Thriller, in terms of, or maybe even Off the Wall, but that sort of, let's call it mid to late 70s, even early 80s sort of style of disco, and with some disco or funk, I suppose. But yeah, wow, I was wrong-footed by the beginning because I genuinely was thinking, wait, are we doing like a pastiche, or are we doing Gwen Stefani? And then, no, very much not. We're slipping into something, like I say, which wouldn't feel out of place, at least not necessarily lyrically, mind you, but tonally, just reminds me of Thriller.
'Cause you're an animal, and you're closing in on me. I can't see straight and my hands are tied. I could be a type from your zombie bite.
Oh, this is so fun.
Think you're really sly, like a lion on the hunt for
Again, I can't get over the bass.
I can't see straight and my hands are tied. I could be a type from your zombie bite.
That's such a fun lyric. I'm sorry. I could be your type from your zombie bite.
I could be a type from your zombie bite.
Ooh, hello. Okay. This has to be a Thriller thing. Because this is like a solo. This is like a riff from Beat It. Or feels like it could be.
I don't want you to stay, but I can't watch you walk away. I'll see you in my dreams.
The musicality of this one has been really, really enjoyable. Yes. Yep. Lovely sounds. Beautiful. Beautiful sounds. Yeah, I'm convinced that that's definitely a reference to in some way, whether lyrically, in terms of, because you remember I assume sorry, the Thriller video, and tonally in terms of some of the music and the general vibe of it. Yeah, just that's what I'm taking away from it, is there's Thriller is in there, in the DNA of that somehow. Yep, again, the hits just keep coming. It remains fun. Again, whatever the context is, it's something you can move to and just enjoy and let wash over you. And it can either be in a sort of dark and brooding, sexy way, or it can be in a really upbeat, in this case, just fun, tongue-in-cheek, sort of playful way. It's all here. That's a lovely sound. Loving the synth.
River in my eyes, I've got a poem in my throat. I hear the music and it takes me by surprise. Pictures in my mind, they come on faster than they go. Another round, hoping this one will make me blind.
Loving the opening, just loving the synth, the muted guitar sound, great. Lyrically, I really love these lyrics. Like, river in my eyes, I've got a poem in my throat. I hear the music and it takes me by surprise. Just that, something about those words. I've got a poem in my throat. Don't know why, I just like that a lot. Pictures in my mind, they come on faster, then they go another round, hoping this one will make me blind. So, yeah, not happy, not an upbeat message here, but literal, as like the one that's in her throat. Poetry. Yeah, musically we've still got a beat, we've still got something we can sway to, but it's more muted, I think, because it is mostly, at the moment at least, the synth and the guitar, but I'm still going to be dancing to it. I can feel that.
I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry, so I'm gonna dance until I feel alright.
I know that feeling.
The right stuff, I just need a hit of your love drug.
Oh, yeah. Just need hit of your love. Sorry. I tried to sing along there, I shouldn't have, but I thought I'd zoned in on the melody there, but it changed a bit towards the end. But that's just vocally, again, she's doing all sorts from track to track. She's clearly versatile. I sort of knew that, but this emphasizes it. That melody just by itself, forgetting all the other great moments where what was being done production-wise during that chorus, but that da 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 da, just it's just infectious.
My heart is in a bind. If I could bear it on my own, I wouldn't try so hard to numb what's left behind.
Oh god, these lyrics are great.
I need you tonight, but I'm gonna fight the feeling instead.
Ooh, yes, and
I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry, so I'm gonna dance until I feel alright. I just need a dose of the right stuff. I just need a hit of your love drug. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry.
with most of these songs, I've got it down right away, and I just want to sing along. Ooh, yes. Love that in the outro. That you said the da da da. Yeah, I just need a. Lovely. We haven't had a dud yet. We haven't had a single track yet that's made me go, ooh, skip this. You know, don't know if I'll listen to that again. These just one after the other. Yeah. Sorry if it makes for boring viewing aside from the comical. Let's call it dancing for the time being. I'm going to feel it when I get up. I can tell because I have got such a crap chair and I'm doing a lot of generally moving around because I'm a man of a certain age. I mean, hell. Hear that? Oh well, worth it. Ooh, yes, okay.
The good girl in your dreams is meant your love in me. I know you wish that she was me. How bad do you want me?
Sorry. I have to point out because all I'm thinking about right now, I'll say it and then I'll forget about it, is that just the boop, 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 boop. That's just reminding me of Yazoo, their cover of Only You. That again, all these lovely little inflections that are in the production that are so 70s and 80s. Like they're all just very familiar sounds and tones and things that you catch in other other tracks. But it's great. Love it. And it's not criticism by any means. It's just it popped into my head and I felt like I had to say it. Yeah, let's not. Sorry, probably a pointless reason to pause, but it popped in, so I had to let it out. Sorry, I'm trying to resist the urge to do any more dancing, but I can't.
You're not the guy that she's, and you're afraid that she might leave. 'Cause if I get too close, she might scream. How bad do you want me?
Ooh, I love that. How bad do you want me? That's great.
'Cause you like my hair, my ripped up jeans. You like the bad girl I got in me. She's on your mind like all the time. But I've got a tattoo for us last week. Even good boys bleed. How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? 'Cause you hate the crash, but you love the rush. And I'll make your heart weak every time you hear my name. 'Cause she's in your brain and I'm here to kiss you in real life. About to cause a scene. How bad do you want me?
Ooh. Dun. Oh, I love that. I love that. That by itself genuinely makes the track for me. It's just itching somewhere in my brain. And again, lyrically, it's a very familiar theme that's being expressed here, but not in a malicious or horrible way. It's almost sweet, and it's sort of, not encouraging, but enticing or daring this guy to, get with her instead of who he's with or who he's supposed to be with or what have you. But And again, the infectious melody of just that line, just that "How bad, bad do you want me?" I think I was out of tune there. Regardless, it continues to be another lovely slice of pop perfection that just gets into you and makes you move and makes you want to sing along and just go with it.
So fucked up with your crew, but when you're all alone, it's true. You
Oh, her vocals again. Oh.
How bad do you want to?
Oh, 1, 2. Sorry. I wasn't reading the lyrics that time.
A psychotic love theme. How bad do you want me? That girl in your head ain't real. How bad do you want me for real? Oh, tell me. You hate the crash, but you love the ride. Heartbreak every time. You can't believe that she's on your brain. Kiss you in your life, about to cause a scene. How bad do you want me? Oh, you love a good girl. Oh, you love a good girl. Bad. Oh, you make a bad girl. Oh, you make a bad girl mad. A psychotic love theme. How bad do you want me?
At this point, I'm embarrassed to say, God damn it, every track, doesn't matter what the theme, what the tone is, lyrically, yeah, this is just so much, this is just a pleasure to listen to. And again, that just the melody of you know, for the line of "How bad do you want me?" Forgive me, I can't repeat it verbatim. Yeah, this is just brilliant.
Don't call the night, don't call the night, don't call the night. I can't believe all the things that you said to me tonight, to me tonight, to me tonight.
If nothing else, this is a great chair dance album.
You pull me close and knock me down, then I beg to come back around. I'm so addicted to your lies. Oh, and in the mirror I get weak as the girl staring back at me. They're your eyes, they're your eyes. Don't call tonight.
Ooh, that's nice.
Hurt me. Don't call tonight. It's not because you care.
Again, 70s, 80s, you know.
Hurt me. I can hear everything you're saying from here.
One thing I can say, like I say, consistently throughout this album so far, that there isn't a track that hasn't, at the very least, made me want to move, that hasn't, at the very least, just made me want to bop, even just a little bit. I mean, just generally, tonally and lyrically, this one feels not quite as engaging as the other ones, but it still has that infectious quality to it. This is going to be, I think, throughout, even if there are tracks that aren't quite as impactful or, you know, playlist as others, it is going to be, I think, an all-round just great pop record. It's just consistent in its delivery and in the tone and in the production. It's a good time is had pretty much on every track so far.
The sun is rising, but we're out of light. We twist the knife too many times to say goodbye. You pull me close
And again, musically and production-wise, I just love how much it feels like. I keep saying 70s and 80s, but whatever. Disco, funk, just all those elements in it. Ooh, that's nice.
Driving home to your favorite song and scream so loud 'cause you're all alone and your heart beats fast 'cause you're in the zone and then you hear the phone. Don't call tonight unless you wanna hurt me.
Ooh, the grit in her voice there. Yes.
Because you care. Don't call tonight. Tomorrow you'll desert me. I can hear everything you're saying from here. Don't call tonight.
I knew it was coming, yes.
Unless you wanna hurt me.
Love the guitar. Oof. Yeah, see, even if, like I said before, lyrically, it's not exactly poetry, you know, compared to some of the other tracks, but it still gets the message across, and it's still really affecting because the production is just wonderful, and the beat and the rhythm of it, and I'm loving the guitar, and just the whole tonality of it was just undeniable. Loving the bass again. Here again, we get a similar feeling to in terms of its tone, you know, that sort of disco, the guitar, you know, and the beats, the general tone and feel of it. But similar, to Don't Call Tonight. But lyrically, again, we're slightly into more, not complicated, but, you know, like even just the opening verse, you know, standing in the shadow of another man, lonely as the streets pass me by. Life's been under pressure because I got a plan, staring at myself in the eye. Like, it's, you know, it's again, very clear message, but delivered with just much more sort of effective lyrics, I feel like, than at least with the previous track. And as always, the production choice and the beat and everything else just makes, regardless of what she's singing, and what she's singing is great, and vocally, again, she's doing fabulous work. But God, the production and the beats and I haven't stopped moving. I haven't stopped moving. It's been, Christ, at this point, it's been over an hour, I think, since I sat down to start this, and I haven't stopped moving. God, her vocals are great on this one. They're great on all of them. Oh, again, the guitar. Oh. Oof. Yes, again, damn fine stuff. Just because lyrically, like I say, felt a little bit more expressive in a way, you know, than with the previous track. But oh God, the way that doodle doodle doo and the melody, the rhythm, and again the production. Another chorus that just sweeps you up and just takes you away. Like, you've got no control over it. It just grabs you and just propels you to move and to just be taken up with it, and swept away by it.
Turn on the music.
Ooh, that's nice.
Touch your face 'cause I see panic. Who ring the alarm? I see you shivering, your eyes afraid your soul is gone. You're out of breath, tick tock, you're almost out of time. Yeah, yeah.
I like her vocals here.
Yeah. You can't stop who you are. 11:50.
Do we? Why?
Yeah, we both know why. Turn on the music, turn off the lights. I wanna feel the beast inside. I know you're hungry, ready to bite. I wanna watch you turn tonight. I wanna feel the beast inside.
Ooh. Oh, again, I love that. Ding, 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 ding. That's nice. That's a lovely little touch. This is interesting because we're much. This is a much slower, softer tone. I mean, lyrically it isn't, because this is an expression of, I guess trying to get this person to come out of their shell and be who they are, even if it is a bit frightening or a bit intense. It's what she wants. And the fact that it doesn't. I almost expected in the chorus to get a similar feel of it. A beat would kick in, which it did, but not a what I've been doing up until this point beat that just makes me move around. This one has just a steady ebb and flow, and is just it's a different vibe than the other ones in that sense, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, it's still great. It's just I'm having to sort of switch gears slightly and not get too into the bopping in my chair thing, but sort of swaying and being swept up in the song in a different way.
The girls are scared of you, a legend in your neighborhood. Last week you left somebody dead, it's so misunderstood. You got your hands a little red, tick-tock, you're out of time.
Like that. Oh yeah.
You can't
Reference to Little Red, so a literal beast, the wolf.
your heart's racing, you're grounded, and we both know why.
Tying into Zombieboy in a way, like it's playing with the idea of the metaphor of creatures and monsters.
Turn off the lights. I wanna feel the beast
The synth and the beat.
ready to bite. I wanna watch you turn tonight.
And her vocal is so powerful.
The beast inside.
Go on. Love the little guitar breaks. Ooh, and synth. I keep expecting an explosion, but it's sort of... It's staying here. It's not going here. Ooh, but vocally she's belting it.
Turn off the lights. I wanna feel the beast inside. I wanna watch you.
Oh God, her voice.
I wanna feel the beast inside.
Oh, Jesus.
Feel the beast inside.
Yeah, wow. Just, like I say, a real shift tonally, I feel like, or at least in terms of not having that sensation of wanting to literally just bop along and whatever. Just almost, it felt like a heartbeat, it felt like waves, just back and forth, and yeah, that was really interesting. I love that shift. That was a really interesting turn that we took there. And vocally, oof, Jesus, like the growl and the gravel and when she really wailed and really just went over the top there, just fantastic.
Lover's kiss in a garden made of thorns. Traces of lonely words, illusions torn.
Ooh, that's
You
nice.
said, how does a man like me love a woman like you?
Fair question.
Said, hold me until I die and I'll make you brand new. Come on and rub that blade of grass
again, we've definitely shifted tone now. I mean, this is completely different from the other tracks in that it's not relying on production and more specifically like a dance beat to move things forward. It's just allowing the lyrics and the soft ebb and flow, and I think the acoustic guitar came in there too, actually, which is not something we've heard, I think, so far. Lyrically it's brilliant. Particularly like it in the chorus, come on, wrap the blade of grass around my finger like a cast. Even though the church burned down, I'll be a queen without a crown. Like, it's a lovely sentiment. It's a beautiful love song in that sense. Again, we've... God damn, this frickin' chair. Yeah, we've got a shift in tone, and I like it. I really appreciate the fact that we've got something a little new, a little different sonically than we've had before. And it's beautiful. Again, just lyrically, and the overall vibe and tone is lovely.
Come on and wrap that blade of grass around my finger like a cast, 'cause even though
I love the melody of this. And now we still have the beats and synth, but it's very different to the previous tracks. Fighting a battle with no shield, God, her vocals again, it's just, and the use of piano and acoustic guitar here.
it's not the same thing. Forever's not enough. Come on and wrap that blade of grass around my finger like a cast. Come on and wrap that blade of grass, and we'll make it last.
Yeah, God, this tonal shift, this style shift, in a way, it's just, lovely. Love the melody, love the sentiment and the lyrics. She hasn't missed yet. Oh, hang on. Sorry, before I hit play again, I know this is a big one. I never heard it. I know it's been in the charts a lot. I'm pretty sure I saw something like 2 billion views or something like. This is a big one, but I never heard it before. I think this might be the closing track too. Bruno Mars is definitely somebody that I had some appreciation of when he first, when his debut album came out. God, what was that, a decade ago now? I definitely appreciate him, I think, as a producer and a songwriter generally. I've never been a fan. I've never been somebody that's really paid much attention to him, but I'm sure that these two are, it's got 2 billion views for a reason, so let's just get on with it.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye, and I don't know.
Your boy can sing, Jesus.
Means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow.
Ooh, that's
Nobody's promised tomorrow. So
oh wow, that harmonizing?
like it's the last night, like it's the last night.
Okay.
If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through,
Nice.
I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile.
Okay, the opening verse. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Just being reminded of how talented Bruno is. Like his vocally alone, it just wow. The harmonising there, when oh, yeah, gorgeous. I assume that it's going to be a case of the next verse is Gaga's. But yeah, tonally, this is lovely. Very different, I feel like, than the rest of the album, honestly. I mean, certainly there's still that, I brought up before, the retro feel, almost, of like, it feels like it wouldn't be out of place on like something in a more sort of, not even disco in this case, but I don't know, it feels 70s to me for some reason, or maybe 80s, but regardless, it's good. It's not out of place, but it definitely feels like a shift at the end here compared to a lot of the tracks that came before. But still great. I'm still enjoying it.
Lost in the words that we scream. I don't even want to do this anymore. 'Cause you already know what you mean to me. And our love's the only war worth fighting for.
Yep.
Wherever you
Their
go,
voices together.
that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow. So I'ma love you
beautiful.
every night like it's the last night. Like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. And time with
Oh god, their vocals together are amazing.
was ending, I'd wanna be next to you.
Just before we close out. Again, this feels so different from a lot of the stuff that's come before it, but I'm not mad about that. Not mad about that at all. Again, their vocals together, perfect. Tonally, the harmonising, the belting that they both do together, they're very well suited. This works. And it's a very traditional, it feels like, or a very sort of straightforward, in a way, love song in terms of its messaging and what have you, but the melodies and the overall tone of it is great. Like, this is one where, I mean, I can imagine people may already be, hitting this on karaoke. I know if I tried to sing along now, because I haven't got their register, I'd embarrass myself trying.
Right next to you.
Ooh, that's nice.
If the party was over and our time on earth was through,
That
I wanna hold you just for a
nice.
while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next to you.
Lovely. Okay. Now, I don't know, because I can be subtle sometimes in my analysis and in my critique and how I approach music. I don't know if it was obvious, so in case it wasn't, I'll reiterate it for the sake of the video. That was fucking amazing. I love this album, and I now very much need to dive into the back catalogue of Lady Gaga. Right, this was an experience, this was fun, this was exciting, this was engaging. Embarrassing chair dancing aside, okay, just having the kind of pop music that just gets into you, just gets into your bones and into your head and just makes you want to move. And then, separate from that, getting lost in just the sound, like the production, as I kept saying, just the joy sonically of this whole piece. Definitely there were one or two tracks that I go, I mean, that was enjoyable, but I wouldn't necessarily go back to it. But there were majority of the tracks are ones that I would definitely want to revisit and would go on a playlist. And the fact that some of the tracks were, 4+ minutes long, but they felt shorter. They felt like they just whizzed by and they were over too soon. Like nearly an hour on the album, and overall me just, between me pausing and whatevering, a good hour and a half listening to it, but it feels like it has like swept by. I realise now that it's not going to be long before I've got to see about making dinner for the family and just get a few chores out of the way before the day's done. But this was a really wonderful experience. This has definitely encouraged me to check out much more from her, and I will, as always, let me know, should I just go chronologically? I mean, it makes sense. That's what I ended up doing with Lana. So yeah, if I should just go through chronologically, album by album or whatever, any recommendations you have, broadly speaking, for Lady Gaga, please let me know. I really would appreciate it. Yeah, I had a great time. I really, really love this. Thanks as always for watching, guys. Leave your comments, leave your suggestions below. You know what to do there. Give it a like if you liked it. But yeah. Goodbye forever.
Will you shut up, huh?
Ah, now we see the violence inherent in the system. Come and see the violence inherent in the system. Help, help, I'm being repressed.
Bloody peasant!